What's up, YouTube? Nakshin Ryu here with another Unison League video. Cheer! How toxic! Is that all you can do? You're just whales. I bet you can't even win without unioning. Well, guys. And I'm here to show you the worst. So, start that intro. Now, because I lack the amount of members to do so, I won't have a perfect full example to show you guys. However, note that it does mean you will need to have a heavily active guild, as that requires frontline and backline setup. The meta strategy we'll be talking about today is the Unison race. The strategy well known in top guilds that even go into Grand Guild tournaments. Of course, however, those people will probably have better sets than I do and procs for full infused gear than I do. In this, I will give you the average build, budget, and pro build guides, and use whatever you'd like to make the best setup for you and your guild. Note, remember, this guide is heavily active, so it doesn't matter if you're budget or not, you still need a really active guild of maybe about 8 to 10 people. Now let's start on with the basics. The front line and the back line classes. Front line being 3 soldiers and 2 treasure hunters. Do you see where we are going with this? Front line should be capable of taking hits from enemy players and unisons, as they have some of the top tier defensive gear shown previously, as well as damage reduction constants, unison ability power down, and proper opening skills, and heavily potentialed monsters with elemental defense and element resistances. 2 of the soldiers are pure unison gauge boosters, carrying sword symbol ARA, cheer, charisma, imperial territory, and pride. As you can see, the main job is to spam unison gauge moves and to climb imperial territory. You will constantly target unison thrower with sword symbol and imperial territory if there is a chance that there are unison downers on the enemy side, such as lancers, mages, and ninjas. Monsters carry are Element of Destiny, Pain Collapse, Domination Collapse, Unison Gauge gains, as well as enemy ailment resistant downs with ailments, Unison Gauge, and Cost Disruption. The soldier is the Unison Thrower, carrying Sword Charm, ARA, Cheer, Charisma, Antagonize, and Pride. As you can see, you're still a Unison Gauge booster, however a little bit more selfish. You should make sure you want to be the first one to uni in the entire field. You will most likely start out with Sword Charm. You will carry the most important round 1 throws that will help your team. Increasing unison gauge faster, applying ailments to opponents, reducing ailments unison gauge or cost. Do not bring moves such as Glistening Edge, however, as you have the possibility to feed the opponent's unison gauge heavily if you do so. 2 treasure hunters are support, carrying lance, staff, bow, symbols, ARAs. Cheer, Mind of Clover, Unison Sharing, and Shadow Snatch. After your backline gives you cost, 1 TH should activate Mind of Clover to boost all allies' unison gauge gains. Treasure hunters start off by targeting the biggest threat on the enemy side of the field, capable of one-shotting your soldiers, or if they have treasure hunters themselves, or ninjas that could disrupt your side. If the enemy lancer casts line formation, or the enemies have casted Despair or Beguilement on your team, you will have the second treasure hunter activate Mind of Clover. Afterward, just make sure to target your unison thrower with unison sharing and symbol ARAs. The front row should be capable of killing the enemy team with unison attacks. staggering Uni with monsters that give static Unison gauge gain, and swapping out with the backline in the proper position, and ending with Element of Destiny and Domination Collapse for the best results. Backline can consist of Lancers, Mages, and Archers, but of a maximum of 2 each, with same or similar classes being next to each other upon switching, for the best symbol or charm benefits. Sets for each class may vary, however the main focus is DPS. Your main weapon should be a strong ability with an activation scaling proc. Your main defense gears can be offensive procs, however if you have enough scaling procs it won't be necessary. But most importantly, carry 2 reflection reduction XLs. These are a must, and if possible, a damage up or critical chance up XL constants. If you have the option, main slot a monster that increases the ability power of your moves or increases the proc chance of your main weapon. Now abilities can vary to fit your playstyle. However, what I find to be probably the better ones are Lance Symbol. You could use Scythe Symbol, but honestly, mages have that covered with Frantic Soul. So Lance Symbol, Dragon Knight's Cry, Dragon Ripper, Dragon Tail, and Shield Break. Only one Lancer, however, needs Shield Break, as the other may bring another high damaging move. Archers can bring Bow or Gun Symbol, Hunter's Song, Euphoria, and 2 chat attacks of choice. Mages, Staff Symbol, Frantic Soul, Ancient Spell, Siphon, and Seraphic Soul. With 2 of most classes, certain buffs from class ether exchanges and symbols will boost up enough stats in combination with fields to one-shot the enemy crystal. Easily, symbols are meant for boosting base stats or crit rate. Dragon Knight's Cry will increase the ability power taken by 20, Hunter's Song increases your ability power by 20, and Frantic Soul increases your critical damage by 20. Certain other abilities like Euphoria will increase the mages, the main DPS, cooldown, and Shield Break are for crystals that activate barriers and reflection barriers that would normally mitigate your damage. And lastly, Seraphic Soul, just because, hey, why not debuff the crystal by freaking 80%? Remember, this is a Unison race. You do not want to feed the enemy by attacking them. You mainly want to get Uni as fast as you can, and with the right sets and without disruption, should be possible within 20 seconds or less. Remember to use your Treasure Hunter's cost-dealing capabilities to disrupt anyone on the enemy side that can slow you down. Thank you for watching, remember to like and subscribe, and see ya!